Your boots still sitting by the door, like you might walk in here once more. Dust on the sole, but I don't clean them yet. Feels like moving them means forgetting what we had. Your jacket's still hanging on the wall. I keep telling myself you'll call. Those boots by the door, still waiting like my heart does too. Every step I hear on this old floor, I still hope it's you. Yeah, I know you ain't mine anymore, but I can't sweep the past away. Those boots by the door keep you here a little more every day. Sun goes down on this quiet place. Empty rooms echo your name. I tell the mirror I'm letting go, but my hands keep shaking when I'm alone. Everyone says, boy, it's time to move on, but they don't hear your favorite song. Those boots by the door, still waiting like my heart does too. Every step I hear on this old floor, I still hope it's you. Yeah, I know you ain't mine anymore, but I can't sweep the past away. Those boots by the door keep you here a little more every day. If you ever turn this way again, I won't say I told you so, my friend. Those boots by the door, they've seen me fall apart, still standing like a promise in the middle of my heart. Yeah, someday I'll learn to close this floor, but tonight I just can't ignore those boots by the door. Yeah, those boots by the door. Mason jar light in a quiet July, fireflies dancing in your brown eyes. We sat on the tailgate talking about forever, like we had the whole world and all the weather. Your hand in mine felt warm and true, but I could feel the change in you. It was fireflies and goodbye, summer love with a one-way sign. We made a wish on a falling sky, then watched our North Star change its light. Yeah. Fireflies and goodbye, two young hearts learning how to try. We held on tight, then learned to cry under those fireflies and goodbye. August came with your packed up dreams, cardboard boxes and quiet screams. Your mama cried on the front porch step. I said I was strong, but I just lied to myself. You kissed my cheek like you'd be okay, but your eyes had already driven them away. It was fireflies and goodbye, summer love with a one-way sign. We made a wish on a falling sky, then watched our North Star change its light. Yeah. Fireflies and goodbye, two young hearts learning how to try. We held them soft and slow, like they don't even want to go. Fireflies and goodbye still sparkle in my memory. Even now on lonely nights they flicker back to you and me. Yeah. Fireflies and goodbye, let you go, but I still sigh. Some loves don't fade, they just change the light. Those fireflies and my goodbye. Yeah, fireflies and goodbye. Packed up the pieces of who I was, left the rest in the dust and rust. Built these walls from the wreck you made. Learned how to smile but not how to stay. They said time heals a broken heart, but mine still trembles in the dark. If I ever love again, it'll be slower than before, with one foot on the brake and one by the door. Yeah, if I ever love again, it'll be honest, it'll be true. It won't be reckless like it was with you. I see your face in a stranger's eyes, and almost every goodbye. I try to rush what I couldn't mend, but love don't move on command. Hope still knocks, but I take my time, 'cause I remember the price of mine. If I ever love again, it'll be slower than before, with one foot on the brake and one by the door. Yeah, if I ever love again, it'll be honest, it'll be true. It won't be reckless like it was with you. I won't promise forever fast, I won't confuse new love with the past. If I ever love again, it'll be calm, it'll be kind, built on trust and quiet nights, not just fire and wine. Yeah, if I ever love again, it won't be from fear or blame. I'll love like someone who survived, not someone who played the game. Yeah, if I ever love again. You say you're fine on the telephone, but your silence says you're still alone. Every word you choose so carefully, it feels like you're hiding the truth from me. You talk about work, you talk about day, but there's a whole lot you don't want to say. I hear love between the lines, and every pause and every line, in the way your voice gets soft sometimes, like you're trying not to cry. Yeah, I hear love between the lines, even when you're saying goodbye. You can dress it up in different signs, but your heart still talks to mine. say you're strong, you say you're okay, but your breath still shakes that same old way. You change the subject when it gets too real, like love's a secret you don't wanna feel. You tell me not to read too deep, but your heart's louder than the words you keep. I hear love between the lines, in every pause and every lie, in the way your voice gets soft sometimes, like you're trying not to cry. Yeah, I hear love between the lines, even when you're saying goodbye. You can dress it up in different signs, but your heart still talks to mine. If you ever need the truth laid bare, I'll be right here when you're done pretending you don't care. I hear love between the lines, in the spaces you leave behind, even when you say it's over now, your silence keeps proving mine. Yeah, you can't deny. You might put distance in the words you speak, but your heart still talks to mine. Yeah, love between the boxes by the hallway wall, my jacket's still on the kitchen chair. We talk like strangers trying not to fall, but every word still leads us there. We said we're done, we said enough, but letting go is harder than it sounds. We're hanging on to us like the last light in a fading room, trust on promises we used to use. Yeah, we're hanging on to us with both hands shaking loose, even when the truth says let it go. We're still hanging on to us. We sleep back to back in the same old bed, dreams on different sides of the night. You say we're better off as friends, but your tears don't match your lines. We keep saying this is the end, but we circle right back again. We're hanging on to us like the last light in a fading room, on reasons we don't trust, on promises we used to use. Yeah, we're hanging on to us with both hands shaking loose, even when the truth says let it go. We're still hanging on to if love was easy, we'd be gone, but it's the hardest thing to move on from. We're hanging on to us through every scar and every lie, through every lonely touch, through every almost goodbye. Yeah, we're hanging on to us like it's all we ever knew. Maybe one day we'll both be free, but tonight we're hanging on to us. Yeah, hanging on to us. left with one small suitcase. Said you didn't need much to go, but you took every little piece of the life I used to know. You said this won't hurt for long, but you were wrong. Love don't pack light, it leaves heavy every time. It takes the air from your lungs and the stars from your sky. Yeah, love don't pack light, it don't travel alone. It carries all the memories you thought you'd outgrown. Your shadow's still on the wall where your dress used to hang. I hear your footsteps in the hall, but it's just the house playing games. You walked out like it was easy to do, but you took too much of me with you. Love don't pack light, it leaves heavy every time. It takes the air from your lungs and the stars from your sky. Yeah, love don't pack light, it don't travel alone. It carries all the memories you thought you'd outgrown. If hearts were rooms you could lock and leave, minds wide open, missing keys. Love don't pack light, it drags a past along. Every goodbye weighs a ton when the love was strong. Yeah, love don't pack light, and I feel every pound. You left me standing in an empty room with a heavy silent sound. Yeah, love don't pack light, and I feel every pound. You left me standing in an empty room with a heavy silent sound. Yeah, love don't pack light. Watched you grow through the front yard light, from scraped up knees to your prom night. Now there's another hand holding yours, and I'm smiling like I don't feel the storm. I tell myself it's the way it should be, but my heart still remembers differently. Yeah, I loved you first, before the rings and the white dress lace. Yeah, I loved you first, before time could change our place. And I won't stand in your happiness way, I'll cheer you on and swallow the hurt, but deep in my chest it'll always be true that I loved you first. I taught you how to drive that old Ford slow, how to dance when the radio's low. Now he holds you like I used to do, and I pray he loves you as strong as I do. This ain't jealousy, this ain't regret, it's just a truth I can't forget. Yeah, I love loved you first, before the rings and the white dress lace. I loved you first, before time could change our place. I won't stand in your happiness way. I'll cheer you on and swallow the hurt, but deep in my chest it'll always be true that I loved you first. If loving you now means letting you go, then I'll carry this quietly, so you'll never know. Yeah, I loved you first, and I'll love you after too. Just not the way I used to, not the way I once could do. I'll smile and clap at your new life, and pray that you're always safe, but my heart will always whisper soft, I loved you first. Yeah, I loved you first. Friday night crowd in the same old place, same warm booth and familiar face. Everybody laughs like they always do, one empty chair still waiting for you. They say I should have moved on by now, but some habits don't break easy down. Yeah, I still save a seat right next to me every time, like you're running late, like you're still mine. Yeah, I still save a seat even when the truth says leave. Call it foolish hope or a heart that won't cheat, but I still save a seat. Waitress asks if it's one or two, I say two like I always do. Your favorite song comes on the radio, I look to the right out of habit, you know. I laugh it off like I'm okay, but missing you don't fade that way. I still save a seat right next to me every time, like you're running late, like you're still mine. Yeah, I still save a seat even when the truth says leave. Call it foolish hope or a heart that won't cheat, but I still save a seat. If loving you is a ghost I keep, then let me haunt this memory. Yeah, I still save a seat through every crowded room, just in case you ever walk back in and say we ended too soon. Yeah, I still save a seat for the girl I couldn't keep. Well, moved on, but a part of me still saves you a seat. Yeah, I still save a seat. Screen door slams in the summer heat, Friday night dust on my old blue jeans. You're laughing loud by the tailgate light, like the world's all yours on a small town night. I've been carrying scars from the start, but you melt them down with that smile of yours. Cold beer, warm heart, sitting under these fading stars. Life's been rough, but right here we are, trading all the dark for a spark. Yeah, cold beer, warm heart, your touch keeping me safe from harm. I've been running from love too long now, finding home in your arms. Radio low on a country song, your head on my shoulder as we sing along. Everybody else just fades away when you look at me like you're here to stay. I don't need much in this world tonight, just your hand in this porch light. Cold beer, warm heart, sitting under these fading stars. Life's been rough, but right here we are, trading all the dark for a spark. Yeah, cold beer, warm heart, your touch keeping me safe from harm. I've been running from love too long now, finding home in your arms. If the morning comes with a little pain, I'll still choose you over yesterday. Cold beer, warm heart, even when the nights get hard. I don't need heaven or fancy parts, I just need us where we are. Yeah, cold beer, warm heart, simple as a promise made. In a world that's always falling apart, you're my reason to stay. Warm heart, clock on the wall says we're out of time. Your eyes won't meet these tired eyes of mine. We're sitting close but a world apart, like strangers holding pieces of a heart. I don't need answers, I don't need blame, just one small truth I can still claim. If you still care, say it slow so I can breathe. If there's any love still living there, don't let it die in me. Don't let silence take your place. Even a goodbye hurts less than doubt. If you still care. Your coffee's cold, mine's going too. Everything's wrong that once felt true. We talk in circles we can't unwind, but I hear your heart between the lines. I'm not asking you to stay the same, just tell me if you feel the flame. If you still care, say it slow so I can breathe. If there's any love still living there, don't let it die in me. If you still care, don't let silence take your place. Even a goodbye hurts less than doubt. If you still care. reach out, don't turn away. If we're standing on our last then prayer, don't let it slip in gray. If you still care,